Good afternoon and welcome to the Irish Weather Network. I'm Carl. I just want to show this pressure pattern that's currently in place over the North Atlantic Basin. We have a blocking high here over Norway that's steering in a cold southeast airflow, and we have this low pressure that's in the Atlantic that wants to throw its rain belts over us. Now, this is a classic battleground situation, and Ireland is right in the middle. As you can see now, this high, it's strong enough. Actually intensifies a little bit now to about 1,045 millibars over the next 12 hours. We have a frontal system already in place over Ireland, giving snow to some parts of the country. This will continue for the rest of the day, but if I run this on here, you can see the high pressure doesn't relent. It stays in place. Now here we are up until about mid-afternoon on Friday. As you can see now, it hasn't moved position. The winds are still strong, and there's more rain belts coming in off the Atlantic Ocean to affect the island, which could be again of snow to probably eastern and northern areas. But I'll cover that in more detail now, probably later on in this evening. Now, this is the current situation over the island at the moment. You have the snow band right across from, say, Mayo right down to Wexford, probably southern parts of Wicklow. And in this area here, you're going to get continuous snowfall now for the next several hours, probably right into this evening. It's going to give you another few centimetres on top of what's already had to fall this morning. So in places could have easily up to 10 centimetres in one or two locations. To the lee of any high ground down this, you could have only small amount of accumulations because the higher ground actually absorbs some of the moisture. We'll talk about more of that in detail in a few moments. Now, you can see the isobars are packed close, tightly together, so you don't need to tell me that the wind chill out there would cut you in two, because it's a very, very strong southeast wind blowing. So if you're under this snow band and with that wind, you could have some drifting snow. Blizzard type conditions over higher ground. But this snow band here now might turn wet snow to sleety rain through parts of North Munster as we go through the afternoon. Still over higher ground now, you're going to have snow falling. But along the south coast now, this is going to be primarily of rain. So this evening, as we get going, we will have this front stall. Now, it's going to stall again in place where it is. High pressure is forecast to intensify, and it will fragment this front. It will lead away at the front, and it'll start to die off. Now, I reckon that in parts of North Leinster, it was going to see very little snow from this. You might see the odd flake, might be a dusting or a centimetre at best in one or two locations. But as you go through this evening, it's going to thin up. It's still going to snow in maybe the South Midlands, probably into parts of Connacht, but that's going to lighten up too. Now, as I mentioned earlier about the Wicklow mountain range and what happens here when we have rain belts moving in off the Atlantic Ocean, or in fact from any direction, you have the windward side and you have the lee side of the mountain range, and Dublin is known for being the driest county in Ireland because of the Wicklow mountain range. That's because they're predominantly southwesterly winds hit the range, and the mountains act as a sponge, absorbs all the moisture and leaves Dublin in the rain shadow. But this time the wind is coming in from the southeast and it's blowing strong to gale force. So over here in this part of the Wicklow Mountains, I think around the South Wicklow Mountains will have more snow here. Over to the lee side, you're talking about even into North Kildare, even parts of South Dublin, Meath, maybe over the West Meath, will be in the shadow. And very, very little precip will fall from this. Now, again, one or two locations might get some, but it's very, very debatable because the front is fragmenting anyway. So I don't think any great amounts of snow is going to fall in this region here over the course of the next, say, 12 hours. Now, this chart, it's close to midnight tonight. I'll just run it on. You'll see the snow starting to fragment and dissipate, and it's gone. Now, I'll draw your attention to this lad out here because this is tomorrow's weather, and this could be a bit more. It is a bit more active, and it looks like it's going to come across the country even quicker. But I'll go through this in finer detail later on this evening because it could bring snow to places that didn't get it today, tomorrow evening into Saturday morning. Now, regards with temperatures wise, now we have the upper air temperatures still cold in place, but a wedge of cold air from, I say, about a kilometre worth of cold air hugging the ground up until 1,000 metres in height. So yeah, that's where you're going to get your snow. The snow can fall as well along the coasts because the air is cold, and the air and the dew point temperatures are actually still below freezing. So you will get snow falling towards on the beach in this situation, no problem. Regards air temperatures today, you're talking about 1 or 2 degrees. In any of the heavier precipitation, it'll drag this temperature below freezing point, and the wind chill will make it feel -6, -7, no matter where you are today. So if you do have to travel today, just take very, very care, especially in the Midlands, parts of Connacht as well, where that snow could be blown, could be drifting. You could have easily between 5 to 8 centimetres, maybe 10 centimetres in 1 or 2 places. Again, higher ground will always have higher depths. And just be careful on roads if you need to travel. So it's just a quick snapshot of projected wind gusts across the island today. The purple colours are showing the higher gusts, and added with the low temperatures, it's the wind chill is just -6, -7, and it just feel really raw outside if you have to go out and about. Do wrap up. This evening I'll do an update from tomorrow's night weather, which could have the active frontal system coming off the Atlantic, giving the snow to eastern and northern parts of Leinster and Ulster overnight Friday into Saturday morning. So stay tuned for that. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll make more content like this. So no matter where you are today, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.